Okay, it is now streaming. Let me check the participants. Pritesh, do you know whether Vani will join or not?
Sure, let me bring her.
Okay, let me share my screen for today's agenda. Um,
She's trying to join, but it looks like there's some connection issue. So we can get started.
okay, let's get started. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, thanks. So today, here are the agenda items I collected. So first of all, I will give a quick update on some recent news. Then we will talk about our 1.1 release and 1.2 alpha release, and also some major PRs. So let's walk through the PR comments, and hopefully during this meeting we can remove some major blockers so that we can continue. Okay. So first, some news for Notary Project security audit this year. We've communicated with the security audit team. So the new time will be middle of September 2024 this year. The major reason is due to our three major features. One is sign block, another is timestamping support, and also the revocation checking with CRL. So these three major features will be in the scope. So probably we will have all of this feature released in 1.3. So based on the current PR review status, so we think that middle of September will be the more reasonable time. And we communicated this with the security audit team, and they are fine with this. Hi, Vani.
Hey,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, no problem. We just started, and I'm sharing the update on the security audit timeline. And I think the week before last week, you also mentioned something with security audit. So hopefully this new plan works for you.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Another news is actually very fresh news. It's about KubeCon China 2024 this year. It will be held in Hong Kong from August 21 to August 23rd. So actually from Notary Project point of view, I'm happy that we have two CFP accepted. One is joint session is a presentation that I will work with Beltram from Bitnami for this session strengthening container security collaborative journey. So basically, this session is we'll talk about the collaboration with Bitnami team. They publish their Docker images and also Helm charts as well. And those artifacts are stored in Doc Hub and signed with notation tooling, and they also shared a guide about how to verify it. This is one session, a speech. Another is another one is a maintenance track. It's incubating project can has a maintenance track, so we also apply it for a Notary project. So this time, I will work with Mustafa from a startup company who is a user, and he is trying Notary projects. And this startup company is actually try to provide solutions for enterprise for building cloud native applications. So I will work with Mustafa to in this maintenance track to talk about Notary project recent updates and also next step. So we have these two CIP accepted. So I'm not sure whether other folks can also join KubeCon China in Hong Kong so that we can meet there. For the KubeCon, we also plan to submit project booths for Notary project. So we will working on this in the upcoming weeks. Okay, that's the news. Any comments? If no, we continue. So next we will talk about our release. Actually, we plan to release notation 1.1.1 and the 1.2 alpha.1 the week before last week. Actually, it's the first week of June, but we couldn't make it. And last week there were some issues on the GitHub DCO, so that also took some time. So today I would like to discuss how we can move forward on these two release, what's the left and what's help we need from the community. So maybe Shiwei or Patrick, you can help because Junjie today didn't join yet. So maybe you can help to share what's the current status for these two releases. Let me also open the notation report. Let me check.
I think what's left is just the notation part.
Yeah, notation Go, we have 1.1. Notation core Go was already released weeks ago. So notation. For notation 1.1 and 1.2, what's PR are left? Let me check. So this one, right?
I
Okay,
think was 1.1, yeah, the upgrade is pending still.
yeah, this one, Pritesh approved.
I think we can merge it today.
So should I go ahead and merge it?
We can do it later after this meeting.
Okay. So after this PR, there will be also at least two PRs, right? I try to understand how many PRs are left, and also what's the collaboration we need especially from Pretext side?
So basically, we'll release two versions. One is the 1.1.1, another is the 1.2.0 alpha one. For the alpha one, it's easy because we can just cut a release from the main branch. For the stable release one, we need to remove all the features introduced in the main branch after 1.1.0 in the release dash 1.1 release branch. So I think that's one of it. I'm not sure if we have another one. Just let me do a double check. And after that, we will have a PR to update the version, and also we can have a vote. So basically,
Okay.
after PR, we will have at least two PRs. One for releasing the 1.1.1 and another for releasing 1.2.0 alpha 1.
Okay. Thanks, Shui. So Pradesh, do you still have time today so that later we can ping you for some PR review?
So I can take a pass. I mean, this should be small PR. So yep, I can like with 8 p.m. PST.
Yeah, so we can yeah, in the Slack channel we can ping each other for the PR review.
That
Okay.
sounds good to me.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, that for the release. Hopefully today we have we can have everything done today for the PR review. Next is let's walk through the PRs. I list this actually 6 PRs which are quite important for our two features. So let's walk through the comments one by one and to see whether any blocking comments, so that let's try to resolve it during the meeting. Okay. So the first one, timestamping specification. So it's on the specification repository. So let me scroll down. Okay, so for this comment,
Oh, yes, I can talk about this. Right now, notation doesn't support setting a signature outside of the certificate, outside from like from disk or any location apart from signature. So if we are saying we want to allow this, there comes a new request. The notation should support reading signatures from a disk or maybe network or whatever you want. Yes, it doesn't like it won't be TSC compliant, but we don't want to be 100% compliant. If we are saying the timestamp signature should always contain certificate chain, then that becomes a source of truth. Basically, we are saying that our timestamp signature should contain certificate chain always. It always contains certificate chain.
yeah, you mean from the timestamp sign certificate chain, right?
Yes, it should be inside the signature because we don't have any provision of reading it from any other location.
No, there's no chain in the signature for timestamp. So this is how we get the chain now. During verification, we will provide the root cert from the trust store, which is configured by the verifier. And during verification, we will form a search chain with certs in the timestamp signature and traced the chain to the root cert as a trust anchor.
You will need
So there's
intermediates.
not a already built chain inside the timestamp signature.
How
So
will
for
you
a
build
signer,
it?
sorry, can you say that again?
How will you build a signature? For example, let's say I have 3 certificates in the timestamp hierarchy, time TSA certificate chain. One is root, one is intermediate, one is leaf. If you don't have intermediate and leaf inside this, yeah.
So it's regulated in RFC 5652, the RFC for CMS. So for signed data type, you don't even need to have a valid certificate chain in the data type. So what we could enforce is that we could enforce TSA to provide the leaf cert, the signing certificate. We can require that. But for intermediate and root certs, it can even not be in the timestamp envelope. In that case, a verifier also must provide intermediate certs. So it's not
Are
a
you saying,
required.
do we want to
It's not a,
support that? Yes, I agree RFC is wide.
yeah.
Do we want to support that use case?
Okay, that's another question. Do we want to support such TSA? I would say that
Yes.
such TSA are 3161 compliant. There's nothing wrong with those TSA based on
I agree
the
there.
RFC. Yeah.
I agree there because if you're saying we want to support this, we need to develop additional feature set of reading a certificate chain from somewhere and other things like that, right?
Because only the verifier control the trust anchor, right?
Oh yeah, I do see that. But like if we want to
Yeah.
support this, we need to have an additional feature set in notation. If we want to support that use case. Else what we can do is we can limit our use case right now, and if there is a need in future, we can always expand that. And
So
if we
can
have a
you
need now, I'm
can you
open for
repeat your
suggestion.
suggestion
Okay,
here?
like do we want to allow reading of certificate from outside the signature for some timestamp verification? If that is yes, then I'm fine with that. Then there is more. Then we need multiple features in notation to support
Do you
that.
mean by signing or verification? If it's for verification, then the trust anchor must come from notations trust store.
The trust anchor only contains one certificate. We don't build a certificate chain using trust anchor. We act as an anchor there, right?
No, we build the chain we build the chain using signing certificates and intermediate certificates inside the timestamp signature and build the chain all the way to the trust anchor in the trust store.
So what you're saying is signature won't contain root, but it will always contain intermediates and leaf. Is that correct statement?
We could also check if the trust anchor is inside the signature envelope as well, but based on the RFC, it doesn't have to be the case.
I agree. RFC is quite wide, but like we can choose to support a subset of RFC in the feature in our product, and we can expand if there are feature requirements in future. Like, and I'm not aware. Like I haven't looked into this. It's like if most of the TSAs doesn't provide you a certificate chain inside the signature, then if we need to, like I haven't done the analysis behind this. Do we really need to support this feature or not?
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. So your suggestion is we form a certificate chain, a full chain. We form a full chain solely from the timestamp signature. And
if we can.
Yes, if we can. And we use the chain's root cert to compare it with trust store and see if we can find it in the trust store. If we can, then that's a pass. If we can't, then we fail the verification. Is that correct?
No, we will still verify the certificate chain. We just cannot do one-on-one comparison there. We'll have to still validate the cert chain. But what I'm saying is, your certificate should the signature should contain complete certificate chain,
Okay,
like our normal signature,
I see.
right now.
So you are suggesting we should enforce the certificate chain check solely inside the timestamp signature.
Yes, if
Okay.
possible, yes. Like
Okay, if
and I haven't analyzed the TSA, what their responses are. If it's possible, if we can do that, that would be great.
And we should reject the TSAs that cannot provide a full chain, even
Yep.
if they are RFC compliant.
Yes,
Shiwei,
we
do you
can always
have any
expand it.
comments on this?
So, does anyone have a survey on all the available TSAs for their returning signatures? Like they have a full chain or they just have one certificate? Because it depends on the survey of the TSAs. If only one TSA supports full chain and the others are not, then we probably will not do this. Otherwise, it won't work. Yeah, we need to do a survey, find out what's the major scenarios there.
Okay, I'll do it this week because for the current POC of my implementation, I'm using the trust store as the trust anchor to form the chain from the signature envelope. I'll do this this week for a double check.
When you do that, it doesn't has to include root. If it contains intermediate, that's also we are good. We can form this chain from trust anchor, but yes, it should contain
Yeah.
some certificates. Otherwise, we are saying we need to support a new functionality of reading certificates from somewhere else.
Yeah, so based on the RFC, what we can do is just enforcing the TSA to return the leaf cert. So we cannot require them to return the intermediate and root certs in the signature. But yes, I'll double check with the TSAs, the free TSAs and the TSA from Microsoft. Yeah.
Pradesh, could you help to comment here in the PR
Yeah.
directly so that we
We'll do
can
that.
because the chat we will lose the chat once we close the meeting, needed to fetch it from somewhere that Zoom stored. So it's better that you can comment in the PR so that we know what's the next steps. Yeah, just comment in this. Yeah,
I'm
this
adding
part.
comment. We can move to the next one. I'm
Yeah.
adding comment.
Thank you. So next one. Let me refresh this page. Just a second. I'm not sure whether it's the latest one. Okay.
Is there
Yeah.
Pritesh or Patrick, right? Is there any update to the spec for this change? How we going to validate the verification and all that?
Yes, when I once I confirm with the TSAs,
Okay.
especially the free TSAs, if most of them, if major of them provide the full chain inside signature envelope, then we need to update the spec as suggested by Pritesh. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
But I need some time to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, sure. Thanks. Yeah.
Okay. Then we continue. Next comment, also from Pritesh, is on the key usage. So actually, I think Patrick already did some work on the list, and we found that one Microsoft TSA has this behavior, and that TSA is already a well-established TSA several years ago, and we also communicated with Ian. Pritesh, you last time you also mentioned Ian's comment in some specification. We also discussed with Ian. So that is the current fact. We have one TSA from Microsoft that without the support for the key usage, and also it's well-established TSA. It's not possible from TSA side to do the changes.
Can we just add a comment for posterity so that if someone we revisit this, then we know this is the reason we made this decision?
Yeah, we can list the as you comment the TSA that we verified and the results here. Okay, I think Patrick, later we can provide the list in this comment. So back to this question. So for the capability reasons, so that in this spec we propose this this update. So it's it is okay for you, Pritesh. So once we list all the the TSA.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Then this is for this one. Let me scroll down. Sorry, my maybe due to some network issues, so it's a bit slow. Okay, this one was not resolved. What happens if the signing authority doesn't provide authentic sign time?
Okay, I mean, if we haven't changed the spec, then we don't need to discuss on this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I didn't really change the meaning of the spec. Yeah.
Okay, so this one can also be resolved. I think later, Patrick, you can click the button. Next one.
It might be just that my browser might be wonky at that time. It looks like it was sub bullet, but I might be wrong here.
Okay. Okay, so this one, Patrick later can resolve it. Okay, I think that's all the major comments. Yeah, the next step is for these comments, Patrick can list the tested TSAs, then resolve this comment. For this one, yeah. Yeah, for this one, Patrick will also do some testing, then update the results in this comment. Then we will decide the way forward. Okay, so that's for the specification. So any other thing around the specification? If no, we move forward. I think next is TSP client. This one. This comment, let me check. Okay. It's from Pritesh. Should we validate the content type is?
If it's an 18, you can put an extra one. But
sorry.
Okay, I mean, if it's next PR, then we can go to the next one. Next comment.
Next comment is a bit long. It's about verify certificate chain. Okay,
It
so
looks like
this
it will be done in
also,
next year. Yeah.
okay. This is from Shiwei. So Shiwei, do you want to talk about these comments or offline check with Junjie?
Yes, I have already chatted with Junjie. Maybe I can follow up after this meeting.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah, one more. We should validate the certificate with timestamp and survey requirements. So Junjie has this thumbs up, so I think he agree with Pritesh's comment.
I think probably it would be done as part of 18. Patrick can confirm. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this one.
Yeah, I had some confusion about the statements here.
This is a regulation from the CMS RFC. So they have this I would say definition of the payload.
I was assuming when we sign anything, we always sign the content and sign the attributes. And when we verify, you have to verify somehow create a string to verify both of them.
If there is the signed attribute, yes.
Yes, if there's no signed attribute, then we only verify content.
Yes, that's correct. I think that's the current implementation.
No, it looks other way around. If I remember last time, we are replacing the content with signed attribute. That's the reason I asked, like, because we are replacing the variable there with signed attribute. Line number 230, signed equals to con, something like that, encoded, yeah. Let me see. So if you open that change, it looks like earlier we assigned content to signed variable, and then we replace the value with encoded if there's a signed attribute. I'm not sure what I'm missing here.
Should I open this file?
Yep, it'll be great. Yeah, if you can open that file in a new tab, and then can I share a link? Nope, I cannot again. And you can scroll down to file name signed.go, line number 220, or yeah, 224. Here you go. So if you see on line number 224, we have assigned the content, and then if the signed attributes are, oh wait a minute, okay, if the signed attributes are present, we go and replace the value with encoded. So
Yes, that part is following the RFC for CMS. So that part
But-
should be correct.
but if we replace this, basically we lost the value of content right now, right? So how it's working? So you assign content first, you content at line number 224, then you replace it with the signed attribute. And then when we say check signature, we just use the signed attribute. What am I missing here? it might be my lack of knowledge about CMS implementation, but something looks off here. We can double check. That would be great.
Pritesh, which line number you are
I'm looking at
talking
line
about?
number 224 to 233. From 224 to 233. That's the line number. That's where we are verifying signature of the envelope, basically on the envelope. So my interpretation here is on 224, we found the content, and then if signed attributes are present, we replace that content, like while verifying, we replace it with signed attribute, and then we verify signature for signed attribute, which looks something wrong. What I'm missing here is, where are we checking the signature for content? It might be somewhere in specification, I don't know. But yeah.
So what's the question again?
So where are we verifying how the signature verification works here? So if a CMS contains both content and signed attributes, how we are verifying the signature just only with the signed attribute field? So as per the section on the RFC, it says that is calculated on content and signed attribute. So doing verification
There's
with both of them.
I think there's a version defined there. So for a certain version, I'm not sure. Just let me find the reference for you.
Okay, thank you. That would be great. Thank you. Yeah, I think you can move to the next comment.
Okay. Okay. So for this PR is this one, Shui will find some reference. Then for others, we will jump to the next PR, right?
Yep.
The 18 one. Let me check whether or this is not. Yeah, this is 18 one. Let me just refresh it. This. Yeah, this is the first one.
That's not a question. I think we talked about it a bit earlier in previous year or somewhere that we have request options and then there's a request struct itself, and both of them contain nearly identical fields.
Could you scroll down a little bit? So can you go to the next comment? I think the answer is in the next comment, but somehow I'm not seeing this comment from my side. This is PR18. Okay, PR18. Oh, okay. So the comment is
It's a hidden.
It's a
Yeah.
hidden one. Okay.
Yeah,
That's why
sometimes.
I missed it. Okay. But anyway, I think I answered this comment in the next comment.
In the next comments,
Yes.
the resolved one or
No. It's
still
not
open
resolved.
one?
It's still open. Yeah. And go down and next. And yes, here. So the very last, yeah. So request options can have different fields than request.
Oh, sorry, I was speaking on mute. My bad. Okay, so there are still duplicate fields in request and request options. If they're present in request, do we need them in request options? Like I'm
Yes. So request is the strictly definition of the request struct in the RFC.
okay.
So what RFC says is reflected in this request struct. For request options is kind of a helper struct. It's kind of a helper struct for the constructor of request. So users can extend their configuration options in this struct, and we don't end up with a very long constructor function. Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, we can resolve this one.
Cool.
Cool. I think this one and also the hidden one, Patrick, you can resolve it later.
Yeah, will do.
Okay, I think that's all the comments.
Yeah, I'll double check with Junjie about the CMS one. I see what Pritesh means here. Yeah, I need to double check it as well.
Okay. I remember some comments are referenced from 17. So did we discuss it?
Actually, Patrick, can you validate the comments are actually addressed in 18, and if they are, you can resolve in 17.
Okay, so we already discussed it, right? It's related.
It depends on the spec change that we discussed earlier today in this meeting.
Okay,
yeah, the implementation should be based on the spec where we haven't fully confirmed.
Okay, so for the timestamping related specification, so once you did the investigation with the popular TSAs, then we will decide a way forward, right? Then with that, we will also update some implementation in 17 or 18 accordingly, right?
Yes.
Just to call it, I'm open keeping this library open, but notation should stick to the specification. So I'm fine if you want to add
okay.
like if you want more functionality in this library, if you want to allow it, I'm fine with that. But
Okay.
notation as a product should have.
Okay.
You can just stick on it as a product, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, then for yeah, so back to agenda. So I think these three PRs we basically discussed all the major comments, and the one especially the one action is on Patrick to investigate the TSA behaviors. Sorry for the whether the chain is included in the signature. Okay, so for other comments that we aligned in this meeting, Patrick can resolve them later. Then we will take a look at the block sign. Attention go. Let me just open it. So this one. This one is from Junjie.
Yeah, it's basically saying we have a breaking chain, but I have marked it as an alias, so it should work.
So should we wait for Junjie or
Yeah,
Patrick? Should
let's
we
wait for
can also comment? So maybe we just
yeah.
for Junjie's comments. So this one we are aligned.
Do you want me to open an issue to track this, or how do you want to do it here?
Yeah, if this is we aligned for the future work, so maybe you can create an issue for tracking this.
Okay, I will create an issue then.
Okay, so we have one comment need Junjie provides response to Pritesh comment. So for this one, Pritesh will create an issue for tracking the future work. Okay. So this is this PR. So anything, Patrick, you want to discuss for this one? Anything else?
We will need to review this. I guess there are more changes after my last review, so I will need to review it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one is notation.
Let's skip this. I had a discussion with Rishabh today. We will start working on from tomorrow.
Okay.
There are some comments we are not addressed for both the next two PRs.
Okay. So we go to the next one.
I mean, we can skip the next one also. I think it's again from
Okay.
Rishabh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So once you have some discussions and after there are some updates on the PR, you can ping us in Slack channel for review again. Okay.
We'll do that. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, we still have 7 minutes. So anything else we want to discuss? From anyone? Payment to the one. Anything else?
I'm good.
Okay. If no, I think we can give back 7 minutes, and I think after this meeting, Shui and Patrick will probably provide some updates on the release. So maybe we needed more PRs for Pritesh to review. Okay. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks,
Have a
folks.
nice day.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.